The following podcast has been brought to you by Banter Club. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Banter Club proudly brings to you, it is I, your number one contender for the Ramblemania Heavyweight Championship of the world, the Angel of Death 6XL. Joining me as always on this FM radio.
I was gonna say, is this the ASMR edition or some shit? Why are we doing our nice radio voices? Why are we doing our nice radio voices? What's going on?
I want to show these people we got some good ass quality mics. It's all good.
You have a level of professionalism to us.
Bullshit. Nah, anyway.
But it is I, TJ the Great. TJ the Great. And we are the Banter Club, and we are here to talk about this goddamn rainbow show, NXT 2.0.
Hey, can I just call it what it is?
What?
Rainbow jizz.
Yeah, sure. It's rainbow jizz.
Rainbow jizz all over Seven's back. Rainbow jizz.
I like it less every week. And I already didn't really like it that much to start out, but I like it less every week. I don't know how that works, but that's how I feel. What can we do? We're here. We're living in the NXT 2.0 world. Mm-hmm. And before we get to that, let's talk about some WWE news.
All right.
Yeah, let's start at the top. Let's go to Valhalla. Let's talk pay-per-view. Because apparently there's no October pay-per-view. Well, I mean, there is, but there ain't.
Yeah. It's that show we can't talk about.
Yeah, we don't do that. But now it looks like there's no December pay-per-view as well. Apparently the normal schedule, which was TLC, is now off the table. They're not doing it. Think they're going to convert it to either a house show, I guess. And now they're just going to roll it back, and their December quote unquote pay-per-view will be that New Year's Day gimmick they're doing, day one in Atlanta.
Yep.
So it'll be, I guess, 2 pay-per-views in January end to end, because you'll have that at the beginning, and then you'll have, of course, the Royal Rumble at the end of the month.
Did you hear about what Meltzer said?
What did he say?
He was like, why the hell would anybody want to watch a pay-per-view in January or want to pay for a pay-per-view in January when there's another one that's way more important in January that we all watch?
True. Fair point. Because, what the hell could possibly happen on this show that is going to supersede the Royal Rumble? Mm-hmm. We all know how important the Rumble is, but I don't know. Maybe they'll load something up. Maybe Trae Young will be on that show. He's Lord. Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
They had him on that SmackDown?
Yeah. They really try to piss off everybody from their home, I guess you could say their home base.
Hey, I still thought that was smart, though. Like, whoever was smart enough to realize, genius. Hey, they hate Trae Young in New York. Let's get some heat out of that.
Yeah, he's a heel. Let's get heat.
Yeah, so shout out to whoever thought it. It was a good idea.
Yeah, got WWE a lot of heat. I changed the channel. I was watching. I think Teen Titans.
Oh well, yeah. Preferable night too. But TLC is off the table, which honestly is fine by me. I don't care for those gimmick match pay-per-views. And
did you just say those words and just brush it off?
What?
I'm going to bring it back to old school Ramblemania Banter Club. Oh, it's fine by me. Oh, it's fine by me.
It's fine by you. It's fine by me. I imagine based on ticket advances, it's probably fine by them too. Mm-hmm. Probably don't bother them to cut that out. Mm-hmm. On to some other pay-per-view news, which actually maybe will bother them. The Rock was supposed to be a part of Survivor Series this year, or at least that was heavily rumored because of the 25th anniversary and all that. But now it's looking like that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, nah.
It's looking like the Rock is the busiest man in the world. He's an actor. He owns a football league. He got liquor. Apparently, he raps now.
Yes, with Tech 9.
Yeah,
what's my Tremana bottle tell?
He rapping with Tech 9 and shit. So The Rock is a busy man. So turns out come November, he will be in Australia and not in Brooklyn. So no Rocket Survivor Series, and it's looking like no Rocket Mania either. As you know, the match they've been trying to build to in WWE has been Roman Reigns and The Rock, who is true head of the table of Samoa and shit. But
apparently The Rock is. Did you hear that song with Tech 9?
Yeah, The Rock is the head of the table. He rapping with Tech 9. You can't even afford to get him right now. You can't even fit into his schedule. That's how much of the head of the table The Rock is.
Exactly. My man said it's about tribe. Yeah. It's the first thing that he said was it's about tribe.
Yeah, so he about
on that
shit.
song. So let me holler at you right quick, Mr. Tribal Chief.
Yes.
Are you the tribe of the tribe? Are you the chief of the tribe? Right? Or are you the mouthpiece of the chief of the tribe?
Oh.
Are you just what Vince McMahon would like to call a puppet?
Well,
go and find your place in line, I'll tell you that.
We were gonna find out the answer to these questions in April 2022, but now it's looking like it might have to be 2023.
Ah, Lord.
All the way to 2023, we might have to postpone this Rock Roman Reigns match.
At this point, then, why are we even... it won't work. If we gotta wait that long, it's not gonna work. Because the fans are just gonna do other shit. You can't keep Roman strong that fucking... He's gonna have to lose. He's gonna have to lose.
Are you challenging them?
For the next 2 years? Bro, I'm not gonna watch... Well, I'm already not really watching that show. But you know what I mean? Like, other people are gonna be like, yo, I'm not watching this shit anymore. You feel me? I mean, we got Hazel hitting me up, begging me like, bro, please, man, please. I got these cheeseburgers, man.
Let me watch AEW, please.
Please. I'm gonna be like, nah, bro, you Raw and SmackDown, go watch your shit. No. Damn, nigga, at least give me Impact. Maybe.
Maybe you can have Impact.
Oh, I'm evil. Nah.
Impact is good.
Yeah, Impact is good.
You got a digital title and shit. Jordan. Let me not talk about Jordan.
Y'all can say what y'all want to say about that title belt. I think it looks kind of cool.
Oh, the digital title? The
digital media title.
I don't mind it.
There's a lot of people shitting on it, saying it looks like a bootleg AEW belt, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, it's a cool looking belt. And it's different from having a TV title, since everyone has a TV title. They're like, yo, who watches TV anymore, bro? This is a digital media title.
The internet, yeah.
They didn't call it the internet title, obviously, because Zack Ryder.
Yeah, that exists right now.
Sorry.
Matt Cardona and Effie were just fighting over that.
Yep. So we're not going to do that. So
digital media,
it's different.
Yeah. Ballparking it.
Yeah, I like them for being different. I fuck with that.
Shout out to Impact.
Yeah,
Impact
they don't get enough credit. I feel like, you know, for better or worse, they've always tried to be different. Except for when Dixie Carter was in charge.
Yeah, for a while that was their big problem. They were trying too hard to, you know, do shit that other people had already done. But
that was those guys and Russo and Bischoff and, you know, he who must not be named with the bald head.
Yeah, brother, dude, check.
Fuck him. Anyway.
Anyway. Impact has evolved. We talked about this. Impact is not that anymore. They're doing their own little thing now. They're in a nice space. Impact is good. Give Impact a try if you haven't in recent times.
Yep.
Now let's talk about the rating. The rating is in.
Yes.
It is, in terms of viewers, the same as last week. 632,000. And a little bit up in the key demographic. It did a 1.5, which is good for 33rd on cable, which is above 34th last week. But the numbers are pretty much the same because they're still dealing with playoffs, the MLB playoffs, and now you got hockey starting up, so that's gonna cut in a little bit. But the demographic being up, the key demographic being up, ain't a bad shout. And as we expected, like we talked about last week, the median viewer age was much younger than 62 this week.
All right, cool. Yeah. Apparently, here's a rumor, wink, wink, rumor. You know what I'm saying? We gonna pretend like this the Onion right quick. They're saying that Vince McMahon, or not Vince McMahon in particular, WWE has been leaking Rampage's numbers.
Yeah, this story. I guess we can talk about this. Yeah, apparently WWE has been so here's how ratings work for Friday night weekend shows.
Yeah.
They normally don't come out the full rating, the guaranteed ratings numbers until Monday. What does come in on Friday night is fast national numbers, which are basically numbers that pile in from the markets and give you a rough estimate of where the show will land. Sometimes, like you'll get a fast national number for a show, and like say sometimes you get SmackDown, because that's been happening too. Like the fast national number for SmackDown would be like 2.4 million or whatever, and then the regular number comes out on Monday and it's like 2.1 million. Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes it's a little more. But the point is, the number is not entirely accurate. It's just a ballpark general idea based on the quick numbers that came in that night. But you don't have the full scope of things because the Nielsen team ain't working the weekend. So basically, since AEW Rampage has been trending downward in the ratings over the last week, and we've been hearing a lot more about the Fast Nationals on Friday, like those ratings have been coming in more readily over the last few weeks. Like normally, you wouldn't hear about any ratings numbers until Monday when it's posted. Like sometimes, like Dave Meltzer, someone would talk about the Fast Nationals for like a SmackDown or something like that, but it'd be like, well, there's nothing really to this number until Monday. You don't know.
And they usually won't say anything until like Saturday night, even
you won't
Sunday
hear
morning.
anything until like late into the weekend about any kind of number. But recently, we've been hearing about the Rampage number damn near immediately next day, as if it were a weekday. Since a lot of people don't know about how the ratings work, and they see something like, well, Rampage only did 500-something thousand in the Fast Nationals, that means the show's in trouble. Especially if the reporters who get these numbers editorialize it in a way that makes it seem as though the show's in trouble. Like, it's one thing to say Fast Nationals for AEW Rampage, 500,000. It's another to say Fast Nationals for AEW Rampage, lowest rating yet.
And they usually end up on Monday when the Nielsen ratings actually come out. They usually end up in like the 600,000 range anyways. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah. So it has been put out there that WWE has been leaking these numbers to sort of turn the tide and make AEW look bad in this ratings discussion. Because like we talked about on the show, yes, the number is trending down, but they're still usually top 5 on cable every week, which is what the network
especially
pays
for the
attention
time
to.
slot.
Yeah, especially for the time slot, which they knew going in. All right, you're not pulling in 1 million viewers on this time slot. It's Friday night at 10 p.m. So if you can get, something around 400,000 to 500,000, that's fine. And that's about what they've been doing.
And like I said, at that time, most people are usually either out, getting ready to go out, or if you're a kid, you're getting ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's not like, it's not something that you're going to get like crazy numbers on because it's late on a Friday. So even with the numbers that they're getting, they're almost at NXT level. So it's like, or you know what I'm saying, or around. So it's like, if they're doing that on Wednesday at 8 o'clock on prime time, and then these motherfuckers are doing this shit on a time slot that's dead, they up there. But WWE likes to be salty, and they're like, yo, let's have some fun with this. And they're, that's just the rumors right now, that they're the ones putting out those numbers.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why Vince is trying to leak AEW shit when Tony Khan is doing them anyways. We talk about that tomorrow.
yeah. We'll talk about TK, and I think he did that on purpose. But we'll talk about that.
He's trolling, bro. He's definitely trolling. He's definitely trolling.
But
he did that to fuck with us.
We'll
if y'all really think that that's exactly what's gonna happen, he did that to send feelers out to see what the internet would say.
Yeah, like all this shit that Tony Khan managed to keep secret. You think he's slipping like that? I don't think so. But
No,
we'll talk about that. Talk about that another time.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. That's the news for WWE. So yeah, thank you for reminding me that they still running the same plays. It's the classic playbook.
yeah, man. I told you, man. I mean, I pay attention to a lot of the news stories because some of this shit just even especially the inflammatory, crazy ones, because to me it's like, oh my God, this is insane.
Well, yeah, no, shit like that is like that. I keep saying same playbook, same plays. It's because for people who don't believe that WWE gets into this type of shit, or they think other companies are peasants. No, like. Yeah, they try to undercut motherfuckers sometimes before they can even start it. Sometimes when they can't stop them, they start doing little jabs like this. Look up the history. They did shit like this with WCW back in the day. And I'm not even saying it to fucking shit on WWE. I'm just saying that's their business practice. That's what they do when they're in competition. That's what they've always done when they've been in competition. And right now, they're in competition.
Yep. And this is them more or less admitting it. I mean, they already admitted it with the fact that they're trying to add an extra half hour to SmackDown, literally just to spite them. And then Tony's like, oh, word. On YouTube, free, everybody. Go watch Minoru Suzuki versus Daniel Bryan. Let's see how that works. Go ahead. Yo, he's wilding right now. He's wilding. I'm not even gonna lie.
You want to compete? Let's compete.
You want to shoot, man? I got bigger guns.
This is fun for me.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it. Hell yeah, I fuck with it.
I love it.
It's like, spicy bullshit.
like this time last week, we expecting this Friday to just be regular night. Rampage, we're going to watch Rampage, have fun, whatever. Now we got a damn near a pay-per-view going, a mini pay-per-view going on. Yep. All because Vince McMahon decided to straight up compete. So that's the beauty of this shit.
Need to ask you a little question.
Indeed.
Are you ready?
I guess I'm ready.
No, I said, are you ready?
I am ready.
Then, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching at home, just like my t-shirt. Let's get ready to banter.
NXT 2.0. We open up with Hit Row pulling up to the NXT parking lot earlier, but ever since they've been drafted, they done got all Hollywood and they got caught slipping. They forgot they was in the hood. So look what happens when you forget you in the hood. You get fucking beat up and kidnapped by luchadors.
It happened the same on I was almost at Impact on, what was it, Dynamite?
Impact was ninjas, but yes, Dynamite.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, it's ninjas, it's luchador. If you're wearing a mask in a parking lot, you got it from the hood, aka NXT. Oh man!
So what should happen is what usually happens with Legado. Fucking Hit Row got to join Legado now to get absorbed into the group.
Damn, I wish, but you know it can't happen.
It can't happen. I'm just trying to keep them on the show. I'm telling you, they out there living that SmackDown life. They forgot what it's like here in the trenches. Shit is real.
Tevin, do you hear a beat? I hear a beat.
I don't hear a beat.
You don't hear that beat?
No.
Oh, damn. I could have sworn you heard that beat because the next thing is just straight up buzzwords.
I be mentally trying to block this shit out. That's why. Joe Gacy. But there's no escaping him now. He's in the center of the ring. Bro.
Says
the NXT title comes with Untold. and balance and buzz, toxic masculinity, buzz, inclusivity, buzz, safe space, buzz.
In other words, I didn't understand 99.9% of this promo.
He's not saying anything, bro. He's not fucking saying anything. It's literally just, hey, you gotta say toxic masculinity. You gotta say inclusivity. You gotta say safe space. You gotta say, I want all. It's buzzwords. It's how can we fit each and every one of these millennial fucking buzzwords into these character promos. Like, it's not anything. I hate this shit.
I don't get it. It ain't for me. I don't understand it. Doesn't matter to me. I love you, Joe Gacy.
Joe Gacy is great. He is so much better than this shit. My criticisms are not of Joe Gacy. My criticisms are of this shit. I hate this shit.
This is just, I'm going to keep a little counter. That promo went too long. That's the first one.
Yes.
That's one. Go ahead.
So that leads us into the first match of the evening. Joe Gacy versus NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa. If Joe Gacy wins this match, he will be added to the title match at Halloween Havoc with Bron Breakker. So
that's my guy.
Start out. Gacy wants the code of honor, but Ciampa ain't about that life, and he hasn't been for a long time. So Gacy cuts him off with a nice little forearm and a side slam for 2. And then he looks up and he spots Holland in the crowd. And then they just share a stare.
They did my son so dirty, bro.
We gonna talk about how they
he's
did
such
him.
He's such a fashionable, handsome dude when he, the way he was. And then now they just...
I said, nah, pal, you gotta be a weirdo now.
Let's make this motherfucker boring. And I feel like it's true. They did the same thing with Joe Gacy, too. Let's make somebody who's already entertaining and cool and badass and make him boring.
Because all that shit he has, we didn't come up with that.
To be honest, though, I feel like this is the origin story of how Joe Gacy is going to eventually go crazy. Because I see it every week. The little smile, the smirk, the eyes. He's slowly losing his fucking mind.
If this can evolve into something real, then I'm with it.
Yeah, like I'm giving it a chance for one reason and one reason only. And that's just because of the fact that I know Joe Gacy is gold.
Yeah, I'm past buzzword McGee over here, and I just want to get to the shit. So if we're getting to some shit, then holla at me when we get to the shit. So he spots Holland in the crowd. Ciampa takes over off the distraction, and Gacy's begging off in the ring, but then he tries to take Ciampa outside, but he's gonna bang him on the table, but then he waffles on it. So then Ciampa's like, nigga, I could never. And he fucking bangs Gacy on the table. And like, man, is this dude a heel or not? Like, I don't understand. But Gacy comes back. He hits a big Uranagi for a near fall.
He feels like a heel. I don't know.
I don't understand. But then he hits a splash on the apron into the picture-in-picture. Come out of the break. Ciampa makes a comeback with a series of lariats. And then Gacy tries to sunset roll through, but Ciampa hits him with a big chop. And then a strike exchange that Joe Gacy wins. And then he hits him with a big power bomb. That gets a 2 count. Then he goes for the second rope moonsault that whiffs. And then Gacy handsprings off the ropes, but then Ciampa stops him with the basement drop kick. And then he hits the fairy tale ending for the 1, 2, and 3. This is good shit. This is a good match, honestly. Shame about the Joe Gacy character.
I'm telling you, if they would have just shut him up, like, I don't know, maybe the entire time and just had him wrestle.
All that time used for promo could have just been wrestling. And this would have been even better.
Yep. Way better.
Yeah. But you take what you can here, I guess. Post-match, Ciampa, he's got his belt, he's leaving, and then Harlan just pops out from the crowd and kills him. Knocks him down. And then Gacy runs over to him like, hey, what are you doing? And Harlan grabs him too, like, I'll kill you too. And Gacy's like, hey, wait. And he caresses his face.
All he wanted to do was be loved.
Gacy caresses his face, and then Harlan's just like, and then he runs away.
Yeah.
He deadass just ran off. The crowd laughed. I was like, yo, what?
So the first week you give us Parker Bordeaux, the crowd goes, who are you?
Who are you? Who are you?
And then the second time, they're laughing at him. WWE, what the fuck are you doing? I would have said NXT, what are you doing? But this ain't NXT anymore. This is WWE. WWE, what the fuck are you doing?
I guess this is Vince gun in the back of the astronaut moment. It always was WWE, pal.
Fuck you, B.
And then to keep the weirdness going, Joe Gacy is just sitting here on the floor. He tries to hug Ciampa. Ciampa pushes him away like, the fuck away from me. What the fuck is any of this? This show's fucking weird. And then he leaves. It's like,
He's
I'm taking Goldie
what
and
the
I'm
fuck
getting
happened
the fuck out of here.
What happened to real ass NXT? This is some weird sus.
Y'all remember when this was the hood? I don't fuck with this no more. This is weird.
Damn, y'all done gentrified the whole...
Gentrified the hood, man. The rappers leaving.
Yeah. It's a hot mess, bro. This that picture of Jada kissing whoever that young rapper guy who was.
Man. And then to keep the weirdness going, Toxic Attraction just comes out. Joe Gacy's on the floor, like, and then Toxic Attraction just walks down. They just come out. Just come out.
And then they talk for like ever. Promo number 2 that went too long. Go ahead.
This show, man, this show is so weird now. Like, even the transitions don't make any goddamn sense.
We're going to talk about it again because they do it again.
Gigi Dolan is like, our mission is to run to...
You seen Harlem Nights, right?
Yes.
Matter of fact, you seen the Busta Rhymes version of Harlem Nights.
Yes.
In the video, I think it was Pastor Cavassier.
Yes.
Where he steps on, I think it's Monique's toes.
Yes.
And then he goes, I do it again.
I do it again.
Or they like, Vince, really? You just did that? I do it again.
He sure goddamn well, pal. But,
facts, yeah. That's him right now. Sorry, go ahead.
Gigi Dolan is like, we want to ruin Raquel Gonzalez, but then Io Shirai and Zoe Stark ruined our fun. And then JC Jane is like, we do whatever we want, and at Halloween Havoc, we're taking those tag team championships. And then Mandy says, Raquel, these ladies aren't the only one who are getting gold at that show, because I'm challenging you to a title match. And, no matter what color my hair is, blue, blonde, red, brown, whatever.
Why are they still on this? Why are they still on this?
Yeah, like we established this weeks ago. All right, you dyed your hair. You changed. You gangster. All right, Mandy. Cool.
Move the fuck on. Yo, the way Vince McMahon writes is like for a scorned ex-girlfriend.
I feel like they don't know what they really want Toxic Attraction to be. Apart from, these girls are really hot. But they don't want to just say that. Like, oh man, these girls are really hot, because you can't just do that. But I don't think they got anything else for them to really talk about. Because they don't really talk about anything else. They don't. Like, they had this whole thing where Mandy was in the hoodie and they remade her and they were doing these things with these roses that all just led to them now standing here in the ring like, we're so fucking hot. We're going to win everything.
That shit still went, and then on top of that, the fucking promo went long as shit. It went so long that from out of nowhere, Zion Quinn.
Yeah, Zion Quinn just now walks out.
Yeah.
As they walk away, and
I thought he was all chivalrous. What the fuck happened to that?
Yeah, he just walked. He just stood there and let them walk by him.
Yeah, but he interrupted their situation. He didn't know if they was done.
Yeah,
fucking. I'm pulling up. What
beat
up?
this shit out of yourself now, Zion Quinn. Like you beat that one dude up.
Yeah, I thought you were chivalrous. Now here you are being a dickhead. Come on, figure it out.
What are we doing out here?
No continuity in NXT's writing right now. It's getting me tight. It's getting me real
Then
tight.
this shit was weird. Zion Quinn versus Malik Blade. But before we can get to that,
they must have heard me, by the way, because
yeah, they brought this kid back. I thought he was sleeping with the fishes, but no.
Nah, I love this kid. Yeah.
But
I went and got him. You know what I'm saying? I told him I was like, hey, Paisan, come on.
He's a good kid.
You can't do this to the brother. He's a good brother. Come on, man. He's like, he's got to sleep with the fishes. He challenged me. Hey, Gabagoo.
Hey, come on.
Come on. Oh, man.
So, yeah, Zion Quinn and Malik Blade. Before this, we get this little short vignette. Someone is burying the past at Halloween Havoc. So.
Sounded like Dakota Kai, but
Did she get called up?
I think so, but that definitely sounded like
some type of New Zealand situation. That came back from that place.
Yeah, it sounds a little New Zealand. Am I wrong?
We gonna see.
I don't know. Maybe.
The crowd is doing this fucking weird PWG-esque dueling chant for Xyon, Quinn, and Malik Blade. But, like, it feels like they're more into the chant itself than anything either of these dudes are doing.
Yeah.
Because these two dudes are having a match and they're doing stuff, but, like, the crowd ain't really reacting to none of it. They're just chanting for them back and forth.
Which is weird, because I'm not going to hold you. Xyon is a fucking beast, bro. He was throwing this kid around, bro. He made what our boy, our boy Tony. You know, he took what he did and just made it look light, bro. Because he just came in here and just fucking, I'm gonna throw you, my man. That's basically what he said.
But that was also the thing that was weird to me, because like he threw this dude around and beat the hell out of him, and then like he gets in the corner, he like hulks up. I'm like, oh shit, what's he gonna do? And then he just does a running elbow. I'm like, oh. And then he pinned him. He won. I was like, oh. But he did like 3 way more impressive moves before that. I was like, any one of those could have been your finish if that was going to be your finish.
He did some like weird ass V-trigger thing too. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that could have been his finish.
That should have been his finish, to be honest. Yeah.
I was like, oh, that shit he did. And then you just,
Judas effect.
All right. Okay.
He was like, I like the V-trigger, but the Judas effect is cooler.
Yeah. Chris Jericho's my favorite AEW wrestler, not Kenny Omega.
Oh, man.
So yeah, Xyon Quinn gets the win. We got Mackenzie with Tommaso Ciampa. And Ciampa's like, I don't know what the fuck any of that was out there, but I'm going to focus on Halloween Havoc. Then up walk the grizzled young veterans who... They say, look at Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
900 days, scratching and clawing back to the top. And, you know, I've got to say, from the bottom of our hearts, I can't wait to see you lose that championship to a rookie. And then Ciampa's like, oh, word? So you want to fight right now? Where's this made me wonder where the hell Timothy Thatcher is.
But my question is, I don't get the salt.
I don't know why they salty either, but it did make me think of, remember when they were beefing with Ciampa and Thatcher?
Yeah.
And it just made me think of that. And then I just thought, yo, where's Toothless Timmy? His boy done won the championship. He's in the void and shit. Bring back my guy Toothless Timmy. That rookie they were talking about, he walks up like, huh?
What? You think that's our favorite guy of the show? Here it is.
Yeah, fucking here he is, the man
highlight
himself,
of the night.
Braun Breaker.
He pulls up and he's like, you see, Ciampa, I'm going to have your back here in that match because I want you at your best. I don't want you to come to me talking about you weren't at 100%. You got to face me at 100% because when I beat you at sacrifice, Samoa Joe.
It's Halloween Havoc.
All right, he was on that too. When I beat you at Halloween Havoc.
yeah, see, he knows.
Kevin Nash is gonna knock. This is the best, bro.
Big bad booty daddy.
I got the largest balls in the world. He gonna whoop Vince McMahon's ass, bro.
It's gonna happen. Vince is gonna realize, oh no, pal, I've created a monster.
You see, Vince, my balls are now bigger than yours.
You thought you could stop the Steiner.
I got a little New York with it. I went a little too New York in that part. This is great. He's the best thing. He makes me happy every time he's here. Yeah.
It's like I said last week. Like every week, the gap between like the best parts of this show and the other parts of this show, it grows. Like, this kid's great. I love me some Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker's hilarious, and he's like unintentionally hilarious, but at the same time, he's so gang that he makes me happy. You feel me?
He's not hilarious. He's not like so hilarious that you can't actually take him serious. Like, Because he can get in the ring and whoop ass, and you're like, oh, nah, this dude's actually fucking awesome. You stop laughing.
Scary.
And you're like, this dude's
scary,
crazy.
yeah.
He's great. Same as Scotty.
Yeah.
Same as Rick.
Yeah.
Like, they can make you laugh with the promos, but it's also like, damn, these dudes got intensity, and they can go in the ring, and he's all the best parts of his uncle and his dad so far.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Love him.
It's great. It's great. And up next, we got Ivy Nile versus Valentina Feroz.
It's Shorty with the fade and Shorty with the fucking cheap gear.
Listen, as long as this girl's been here, I feel like at this point, Valentina Feroz is like one of the most tenured job girls they have.
Facts.
With all the, like with Aaliyah is now in Valhalla, so this is the new Aaliyah.
they need to pay her more so she has better gear. Come on.
Yeah, get this girl some new gear. She's your main job girl now. Let's get it right.
It just looks so. There's nothing to it, bro. Yeah. It's like she wanted it to look something like Wonder Woman mixed with Captain Marvel, but because there's not like no gold or no real like sequence or anything to look, and then the color clash, and then it doesn't look cool, man.
I guess we'll know when they give her a upgrading gear. That's when they'll get serious about her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
as long as she's been here, that time should be approaching.
Yeah, like upgrade her gear already.
The commentators before this, they plugged the blood money nonsense, and that's going to be a skip for me, dog. So we don't do that.
So we don't. Nah.
Yeah.
Are they off the screen?
They're gone. So. Before that, even after that, we got Mackenzie with Swerve, and he's like, Santos kidnapped my people, my brothers, but they can take care of themselves. And I know they will want me to focus on the task at hand tonight. Santos, you wanted to wake up these demons? Well, you did it. And tonight, I'm going to make you see that you left the wrong member of Hit Row standing. And there's nothing you can do to stop me from taking this title over the Friday Night SmackDown. No,
you're not taking that out there. Anyways, you skipped the funniest part to me.
What?
In the beginning, when Kenzie's over here, like, yeah, how do you feel about the situation? Where everybody got jumped and it. Hey, I was there.
Hey, I was there. I know what happened, Mackenzie. I was there.
That shit had me rolling. I was like,
you were barely there. Swerve, you had your headphones
on. My son said, "Hey." I was there. Like,
I know what happened.
Oh, man. Terrible, but great at the same time. Because that means Isaiah Swerve Scott is like on the post. He's really funny.
Yeah, he got it. They're good.
Ashante. Where the fuck was you?
They grabbed him up.
He wasn't even there.
They might have got him first.
Nah. They got AJ and they got
beforehand. Off camera.
They got the double B's and they got so I can't call him AJ, I gotta call him Top Dollar. Yeah, they got Top Dollar and they got double B's.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like Shante Adonis wasn't even there.
They probably caught Ashante lacking before that. They caught him alone.
It's terrible. Just terrible.
So yeah, Ivy Nile and Valentina Feroz. Ivy caught this girl off a crossbody and then deadlifted her into a press slam. That should look great.
She held her there for like 20 minutes, bro. She held her up there longer than most of these long ass promos tonight. She went ham. She was just like, and then you can see her towards the end, like when your arm starts to shake a bit and your body, and you can see her core. She was breathing heavy. Yeah. And right towards the end, she was like, all right, I got to put this bitch down.
Let me drop you.
But she was holding her. She's strong, bro.
Yeah, this was a showcase for Ivy Nile indeed. By the end, she set, man.
This is her first real match, right?
Huh? Yeah,
this is her first real match.
Yeah. So she sets her up in the torture rack. But like as she's lifting her, the camera just cuts 50 goddamn times. It just camera cut while she's lifting her into the clutch. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening? What is she gonna do?
You know who was there?
You need to go away. Cause I'm not fucking with all that.
He gonna be hitting them up from time to time.
Nah, he need to not do that.
Talking about you need more cuts. It doesn't look as action packed if you don't have enough cuts.
There's no action. Like she was literally just standing there.
Exactly why you have 1,000 cuts to make it feel. That's why you have it like that. So you got Why am I playing devil's advocate to this motherfucker? I hate this motherfucker. Him with his big ass beaver teeth over here.
God damn it. So, yeah, she put her in the rack. All that to say she put her in the rack. Put her in the goddamn torture rack, and this girl tapped, and it was over. It was great.
She was bending her in ways. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I was like, that's the rack right there.
And then Bivens comes out and cuts a long ass promo. That's number 3.
I'll allow it with Malcolm Bivens though. I'll allow it.
Yeah, but I'm starting to. It's starting. You know what it's starting to do? It's starting to get me tired of fucking in-ring promos. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, like even good ones, like Malcolm Bivens is like, well, I've already seen all the talking tonight, so I don't need too much
and
more.
It's in-ring. Every time it's in-ring. Like, do something backstage, do something. Nah, it's going to be an in-ring long-ass promo. And then on top of that, they did 2 backstage semi-promos. They didn't even give it a good amount of time. Both of them were really short, which is what I feel like they should all be. They should all be those backstage promos. I didn't have a problem with those promos, or at least a good amount to the point where that kind of promo overwhelms the amount of long ass in-ring promos about nothing talking to the camera. Yeah,
because that was basically what this was. You know, Bivens just putting over Diamond Mine. But then they're interrupted by Ikemen Jiro. My guy Jiro runs down, but they all clear out, and except Julius Creed. Julius Creed is like, hey, wait a minute. Everything in the Diamond Mine is earned. You know me? I'm always strapped. Like, yo, what?
He ready to shoot.
Fucking Arn Anderson let it fly once, and now everybody in wrestling just got that thing on him all day.
Yep. It's turning back to the 80s. It's what Undertaker wanted.
This is what Undertaker wanted. You have your thing on you at all times.
I remember when mans was mans.
Yeah. We going back to that, I guess. So Jiro did the right thing though, because Julius was like, so what you trying to do? Jiro was like, that's what I'm trying to do.
But then, you know, shit got real. And yes, Tevin, they finally added shit to their I guess their singlets.
The singlets, yeah.
So now it kind of looks cool. And my homeboy's wearing blue shoes, so it's like, that's what I was talking about. Now it feels a little more exciting.
Yeah. We got something going. And we got Ikemen Jiro versus Julius Creed. This is Julius Creed's first singles match.
He ain't playing no games.
He ain't playing no games. We come out of the commercial. He fucking chop blocked the life out of Ikemen Jiro. Jiro did like 2 flips in the air.
Yep. Off a chop block.
Off a chop block. And then he just starts. He did every type of suplex to this man. This is like in the game where you just give your guy a bunch of suplexes as a move set. And you testing them all out. For those
on audio, I waved because my guy has like a million suplexes.
Yes.
My boy got fucking the 3 amigos and he got la tripleta. Like this motherfucker. He got Tazplexes and
I like the Tazplex, I like the gut wrench, I like the belly to belly.
Hey, you fucking Katahaja Maze over here, bro.
So Jiro tries to make a comeback. Shows off the style with the big top rope splash and sends him outside. Hits an acai moonsault.
Acai!
Clean. And then he tries to springboard back into the ring, but Julius Creed catches him, finishes him off with another suplex and a running forearm. That gets the dub. So post-match, they just jump in my guy, Jiro. Can't allow that. It's that bullshit.
Yeah, but you know, hold on, I gotta grab the other thing.
Oh, yes, grab the other thing. Because who would make the save other than that Kush? Kushida is back. He makes the save, pops on everyone, but then he sees Ivy Nile and is like, oh, wait, I can't do that.
Yep.
But he pays for it. Because that momentary hesitation is what cuts him off.
Fucking
Diamond Mine takes him down. They leave Kushida and Ikemen Jiro laying in the ring.
I don't like... Hold on, this shit is strong. This is Afghan goo.
Oh, Jesus.
And that shit's strong. Anyways, yeah, so, what killed me was my son Kush. After he came out over here wearing his Goku gear from top to bottom, orange with the big ass boots. He came out in his Goku gear, got his ass whooped. He rolls into position for the camera angle. And he's like writhing in pain on top of Jiro. And I'm like, bro, that shit look hella bad, bro. It looked really bad. It looked trash. Like, I didn't like it at all whatsoever. The fact that they made him like, oh yeah, so when you're dead, you gotta like roll over here to Jiro and like land on top of him because we're gonna have a nice little camera angle. At least if he was gonna do that, the camera should have panned up to the group and not down on the ground.
Yeah,
so that way
to get into
it just
position.
looks like that's how he landed.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. And then you get that nice camera angle at the bottom. So you see Kevin Dunne, you over here teaching them camera cuts and bullshit. That's when the fuck you need a camera cut.
Not when two dudes are just fucking standing there. When some shit is actually happening. So we got Raquel in the back. Says, this championship, this means that I'm the queen of the mountain. And, she lays down the path of the women she's beaten. Ember Moon, Dakota Kai, Io Shirai.
I like the video, by the way, while she's saying all this.
Yeah. This was a good promo because it had a little video package alongside it and everything.
Hey, NXT, more of this.
Yeah, more of this would be good. Prime Target. It used to be this shit.
Yep, last of talking in the middle of the fucking ring for hours.
Yeah. But, she tells Mandy, I'm up for the stakes. How about you? Are you ready, Mandy? Spin the wheel and make the deal.
The deal. Hell yeah.
Damn, I miss Shotzi.
she's in Valhalla.
Bullshit.
Doing nothing.
Bullshit. Can she come back for just Halloween Havoc? She loves Halloween. Up next, we got Lashing Out because, fucking Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner came out. Von Wagner. But then fucking we went to Lashing Out because the pacing on the show is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Whatever. Lashing Out. Lash Legend is here. She's with the crowd. She's like, hey, did y'all see the draft? No, Lash. I do not watch those shows. She pulled off a classic late night host reach for a Squid Games joke.
Terrible.
She was like, those rosters are going to be so shaken up. It's just going to be looking like one big Squid Game out there. I was like, all right, yeah, that sounds like something Jimmy Fallon would come up with. But then she's like, well, who we lashing out at this week? And then her producer guy is like, well, how about that Tony D'Angelo? I got him waiting outside, but I told him that there was a scheduling conflict. And then Lash is like, yeah, I got 3 words for you, Tony D'Angelo. You want to be on my show? Forget about it. Boneheaded move, Lash. Because now your guy, he's going to be sleeping with the fishes.
Yep.
We'll get back to that later.
I saw Faithy J in the crowd, I think. Or at least a girl that looked like Faithy J. Faithy J is an independent wrestler. She also does music from time to time.
Yeah.
And she's fucking bomb-ass gorgeous. Look her up. Faithy J. It's Faith with a Y and then a J.
And then a J.
Yep. So her, I saw her in the thing. I was not really paying attention to anything Lash Legend was saying because I found that whole skit corny. I found that shit to be like, we're going to try to make fun of like shows like The Real or Wendy Williams or Chelsea Handler, shit like that. It was like a bootleg version of that. And I was like, no, I'd much rather they do this. Y'all, if y'all want to do this, I feel like you can do either in a ring or you have to do it. You have to, I don't know. The crowd was way too phony. Way too phony. Yeah. It was just, it felt wrong. It felt wrong. She's trying to make jokes, but it's not funny. And it feels really stiff and really fake and really forced. And I know wrestling isn't the realest thing in the world, but shit, at least make it be fun. Britt Baker had her little power studio, remember?
Yeah, I feel like that kind of worked because they did like, they had the little fake studio audience that was just the wrestlers, but they also did that in front of the crowd as well. So like it had the little play off that.
Yeah, like you can at least hear the crowd's reaction during the show. So it kind of felt a little less forced.
Yeah.
Here it was just like, you don't hear any crowd. It's just that little fake crowd that they got there. And it was...
It's like the way they got the CWC set up. I feel like they could just carve out a little corner for her in the arena, put her there, and then like you have the crowd there, and you could do Lashing out there as a live gimmick.
Yeah. As much as I don't like the in-ring promo gimmicks, it would have sounded better. At least would have felt a little better. Would have felt at least a little more genuine if you would have had some sort of actual live crowd noise in there.
Yeah.
Versus just whatever the fuck happened there.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend anybody to watch that segment or watch that skit. It was fucking trash.
I wouldn't recommend.
And it's nothing against Lash Legend, because Lash Legend is she's gorgeous. I like her little attitude. She's sassy. But it's just like, this did not work for me. It felt forced and it felt fake.
Yeah. So moving on, Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner versus.
Speaking of forced and fake.
Man, listen, I see Kyle O'Reilly standing next to Von Wagner, and all I can think is how much I fucking wish it was Bobby Fish.
Or, the other guy.
AEW fucked me up with that. Because, like, normally I'm very good at keeping these two things separate. Like, I don't think about AEW when I watch WWE. I don't think about WWE when I watch AEW. But fucking seeing Bobby Fish come out to Dragon's theme, I was like, fuck.
Kyle, I hope the first thing you do is run. Run for the hills the moment you're free.
Get the fuck out of here, Kyle. This place ain't for you no more, man. Get out of here.
Nah, this is getting scary, and they're teaming you with fucking staleness. I mean, he showed a little fire here.
Like, I'm gonna give Von Wagner. I gotta stop saying his name like that. But I'm gonna give him some props. I thought his little Haas match, his little mini Haas match with Ridge Holland in this match was actually pretty damn good.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, gimmick wise, when he came out here, I was like, he's shouting and trying to get Aggie, but it still doesn't look right. And he's like, getting hype or whatever.
Yeah.
He looks dejected and bored. But once he's in that ring, he's having fun. He went full Kane Frizz.
Yeah, like by the end of this, I was like, all right, I kind of see what they see in him. I see why they think he can be something.
Yeah, he's a big hoss, but he's also fast.
Yeah, he's quick. Like he and Ridge were moving, and I was like, oh, okay. So like this was good. Like Kyle is trying to go it alone in the early part, but he gets beat down by Ridge, and Pete plays babyface in peril. Fucking Ridge Holland is still getting "You don't go here" chants.
Yep.
God damn it, he does still go here. The fucking draft doesn't take effect until after the Blood Money show. That's what they said, right? That's what I heard.
Yep, that's what they said.
Yeah, so wait until after Blood Money to say that to him. He goes here for now. But
for now, he goes here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, again, this little Haas fight between Von Wagner and Ridge Holland was really good. Like they go back and forth in the ring. They go outside. Fucking Wagner tosses him into the steps. He gets fired up. And then like out of the break, Wagner takes out Ridge Holland, but then Pete Dunne takes him out with an enziguri. And Kyle goes for the tag, but there's no one there. So Wade Barrett's like, you see, he's betrayed him, as everyone has betrayed Kyle O'Reilly. Fucking Vic Joseph is like, wait, what are you talking about? He's right there.
Exactly, yeah, he's right there. I'm like, yeah, about that.
So they set up Kyle by the table, but then Wagner just rushes over it. Like, he just dives on both these dudes. I'm like, oh, shit.
He's nuts, bro. Well, in that moment, he was being nuts.
Yeah,
like,
this is where he fires up. I'm like, oh, shit. And then, he goes back in the ring, sets up for the hot tag. He gets it. Fucking, he looks at Kyle. He's like, finish him, Kyle. Finish him.
He's like, hey, you. Finish. Like, he angry, son. Like, you better kill this motherfucker right now.
And Kyle is like, word? All right.
I'm like, where's this Von Wagner been the entire time?
Yeah, fucking. Then he just hits a spin out neck breaker in the ring for the win. Crowds fucking, they're behind Von Wagner.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, Von Wagner. Like, I can't hate. I like this.
You know what pisses me off? Bet you $100 had Triple H been in charge of that show that night, he would have been like, hold up. You're going to have Von Wagner do what? Nah. Have him go out there and have a match first. You can have him talk like 3 or 4 episodes in, but have him have matches first. The crowd is going to love his matches, and they're going to go nuts for him. He doesn't really know how to talk yet. Give him time to get that character so then he has a reason to talk.
Yeah.
It's like even me, I'll put myself in his shoes right quick. If you put me on first just to talk shit, about what? I just got here, fam. I'm happy. I'd be like Punk when I first get somewhere. I'd be like, yay. It's nothing for me to bitch about.
I got signed. I'm living my dream, whatever. Like
Exactly. But then you coming out here and you having him fucking try to talk and you're rushing him into main events and a whole bunch of shit that he wasn't ready for. And you just throw him in there. What I would have done is what Triple H probably would have done, which would have been this match to begin with.
Man, what the hell was that?
Somebody done threw fucking Steve Austin out the window or some shit. Tevin said, yo, did Steve just walk into your room or some shit?
Yeah, it was like, shit, what the fuck? Yeah.
Nah, somebody threw something out the window.
Okay.
and it exploded.
Yeah. But no, yeah, Von Wagner, yes. This was a damn near breakout performance for him. I thought this is the best he's looked so far and of everything he's done. And because like you said, this was a role that better fits him. A tag team match with more established guys. They get to pick the spots that really get to show off his strengths and more or less hide his weaknesses as he learns, better learns how to balance what his strengths and weaknesses are. Like, yeah, going forward, if we would have got this from the beginning, we wouldn't have had such a rocky start for Von Wagner.
Yep, I wouldn't have called him the most boring fucking wrestler on God's green earth.
Yeah, this dude's not boring. He's good. It's just,
yeah, he's all right.
You didn't put him in the best position to let him show us that from the beginning. But this week you did. So there you go. Keep doing that. Up next, we got Chase University.
Yep.
Fucking Andre Chase.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say this off rip. I didn't like it because I felt like it was too samey.
It was samey, but I did like the content of it.
Okay.
Because I did like how he talks about, Odyssey Jones put his foot under the rope and not on the rope, which limited the referee's visibility. I'm like, okay, yeah, true. So Andre Chase, he takes a question from another student. He's like, all right, what's your name? Brandon. All right, so Brandon's like, isn't what you did illegal, though? Isn't that like a disqualification? And then Andre Chase is like, it's a great question. One I would be up for discussing if I gave a fuck. Now get the fuck out of here. Get your ass out of here. Go ahead. Go to the dumbass class. Join Steve in the dumbass class. And when you get there, give Steve a fuck you for me. I was like, what?
But it was still a little like, I was like, it was funny the first time. Like,
yeah, it was funny the first time. Like, you don't got to keep doing that gimmick, but like, join Steve in the dumbass class. Pop me.
Yeah, that one was kind of, that one got me too. But it was just like, join Steve. And I was like, in the dumbass class. Oh, shit. That felt very Mr. Duval. Okay, little kid. You want to? Okay. You go join Steve in the dumbass class.
Yeah, now we got the man, Tony D'Angelo. He's outside. He's by his car.
Yeah.
He had a big debut. And now I'm outside of this, lashing out gimmick. And this Marone producer. Talking about we got a scheduling conflict.
It's moron.
It's moron here. So, I say, forget about it. It's fine. I got stuff to do. So, he walks around, gets in the car, right before he takes off.
You hear the car?
You see some banging from the trunk.
Yeah.
I popped huge for this. Because earlier I was like, Tony got to make the producer sleep with the fishes.
Sleep with the fishes.
That's exactly what he did. Is doing Tony D'Angelo's creative. Bless you.
Yo, it's him and Bron Breakker, bro.
That's it. It's Tony D'Angelo and Bron Breakker are up here.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The vignettes to me wasn't working. But once I actually saw him like doing other shit, I'm like, I like this guy.
Nah, the vignettes from day one were like, this is silly. I fuck with it. Because he's committed to the character. And then like the fact that in ring, he's also committed to the character. I was like, that's it. I'm with this guy. That's it.
That's what made it for me. When he was also the same guy in the ring, that's when I was like, okay. But before that, I was like, this is stupid. Yeah.
This phenomenal. Give Tony D'Angelo all the titles. He's great.
Funny dude.
And now to Duke Hudson and Grayson Waller.
This shit.
Bro. So I bitched last week. Yo, you ain't gotta fucking go so hard on the poker thing. I'm not a dumbass. They said, oh, you a dumbass? You want us to double down on that? Got you.
That's not what they said.
Is now in the ring.
You know what they said? You know what they said? Oh, what? Yeah, I do it again. That's what they said.
Do it again. They damn sure did it again. Fucking Duke Hudson is in the ring just waving a poker chip around. I play poker. I get it, bro. His fucking Tron Duke Hudson poker player. I get it,
You know
bro.
what it is? They probably think that's what's over in AEW. So.
Oh, they like those poker chip things, right? That cowboy, he just won a chip, right? It's all about poker chips. We got to give these guys poker chips.
You know McMahon is mad literal.
Fucking goddamn it. And then Grayson Waller, he's like, hey, do you guys wonder why I wear boxing gear? It's because guess what? I was a boxer. I was a Golden Gloves boxer.
This shit had me rolling because I'm like, where you coming with all this? Like, where you coming from with all this? Like, you wasn't doing none of this shit like 2 weeks ago. Now all of a sudden you a boxer. Nigga, last week you wasn't doing any of this. Now all of a sudden you're a boxer. 5
seconds ago you was Drake Maverick's fuckboy. Now you a boxer. All right. Well, if he was a former Golden Gloves boxer, then fair play to him. Golden Gloves, you got hands.
But I don't like the mix of boxing trunks with knee pads. That shit don't look right. And wrestling boots. That shit don't.
Yeah.
Give the kids some sneakers and no knee pads, and then would have, if not, don't do the fucking boxing trunks at all, because that looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
It looked funny as hell.
He looked more like an indie wrestler than a boxer. He makes a comeback. He hits a stunner in the middle of the ring for a 2 count. Key ingredient was you gotta have the kick.
Yeah.
Like Austin has said, the most important part of the stunner is the kick.
Damn right.
So
you got to get that kick right up in there, right in the guts.
Yeah.
It got to look like you almost kicked them in the nuts.
Yes, because it sets you up and it turns it into an uppercut. So, but then Hudson, he just bounces him off the ropes and then rolls him up, grabs the tights, and gets the win. And because we have to remind you that Duke Hudson plays poker, better luck next time.
Yep.
Meanwhile, fucking Grayson Waller is holding the poker chip like, this fucking bullshit. So they really gonna play that one note, huh? They gonna play that one note.
They gonna play it to death.
Play it to death.
They just gonna be like, dun, 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 dun. I mean, it worked for them, but it. You Seven knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I do. So, got Sexy Dexy. He's back. Dexter Loomis and Indi Hartwell, the lovely couple.
Yes.
Indi gives him a kiss before she heads out to the ring.
A sloppy kiss, bro. I saw that line of drool come off her mouth when.
Right. She laid it in.
Oh, Lord.
So, before they go out to the ring, Indi and Persia, we got another Imperium package. They back. They talking that shit. They're being boomers now. They're like, all you fucking people on your phones and shit, you don't respect the mat the way we respect the mat. Especially not you, MSK. You're an embarrassment to this fucking business. And we're going to restore honor to the sport. Because, we're Imperium and we respect
But you got to tell them in the language they were saying all this shit.
Yeah, they weren't speaking English. They were speaking, what is it, Austrian?
Well, I believe, what's this guy's name? Not,
Fabian Eichner?
No. Marcel Barthel.
Yes.
was rocking a German, I believe.
Yes.
And Eichner was doing Italian.
Yes.
I could tell because I know a lot of Italian people. My grandfather, apparently, he said he had some Italian in him. So I've always been good with Italian for some weird reason.
So yeah, they're undressing MSK multilingually. Indi Hartwell and Persia Parada versus Sarray and Amari Miller.
Oh.
Man, listen, this did not make me happy. How the fuck did Sarray get dumped in the job girl territory already? She was ripping girls apart before this dumbass transition.
I thought at one point that she was going to end up being their Hikaru Shida.
Bro.
I thought they were really going to do something dope like that, where she was going to be like an ass kicker who, like, you know what I'm saying, against all odds wins the women's title. Nah, bro. We just gonna have her come out here and job right quick to the new team of Indi and her bestie. What's her name? Persia?
Persia Parada. This is Persia's first match.
Yep.
And she kicked Sarray away, planted Amari Miller, Indi hit the springboard elbow, and this shit was over.
But I'm not going to hold you, like, she didn't look big and mean as fuck.
Oh, yeah, she looked good. I mean, they look like a good team. She's
fucking big booting motherfuckers left and right. Like, they don't weigh 5 pounds, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, God damn. Yeah.
I was like, no, they look good. I'm just like, damn, we really doing this to Sarray, though?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It sucks that it has to be against Sarray, but it's amazing the fact that this girl is fucking mean. And then after the match, she grabbed the mic, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I thought Indi would do the talking. Nah.
Yeah, nah. Persia, she ready to talk her shit. But, you know, she calls out for those tag team championships. Then Io Shirai and Zoe Stark walk down to the ring. And
what's the first thing Io says?
I don't like you.
She don't like nobody, bro.
Yo, listen.
And then what's the first thing that Stark said?
Yeah, Zoe's like, I know what you're going to say. You don't like me either, right? Io's like, don't speak for me, first of all. No, I don't like you. I
feel like this would be Tevin as a heel.
This is OD me as a heel. Listen, especially as far as NXT 2.0 is concerned, Io don't like nobody but Poppy. And Poppy's gone.
Yep.
So fuck everybody. Fuck this whole situation. I don't fuck with nobody here.
Yo, that shit was mad funny, bro. Go ahead.
But then, you know, as Io's like, I don't fucking like y'all. Out comes Toxic Attraction. And JC's like, she likes me not. I don't care about what you like. First of all, Io don't like you. Io don't give a fuck about what you talking about. She don't care about what Gigi Dolan talk about. She don't care about what none of y'all talking about.
Oh, Tevin, can I say it?
Yes.
This slowly becomes all the NXT women standing in a row.
Don't it ever.
Yep. And then afterwards, this is all I gotta say. And it's gonna. I don't know how y'all gonna take it, but it is what it is. This is also promo number 4 that went way too fucking long.
Yeah.
In ring.
this is where that whole thing about Toxic Attraction came to me, because like, JC and Gigi are just standing there talking, and they ain't saying shit. They're just talking. So I'm like, all right, what is this group supposed to actually be?
I don't know. They need somebody from the hood to actually be in creative, so I could pull up and be like, yo, if this was the streets, you know, niggas would have just popped already, right? you know, in my hood, all that chit chatted, because they talk a lot of shit at first, and then it's like, bam, 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 bam. I'm like, oh shit. That's how real fights work. I see them every day. I work in Harlem.
That's how this show used to work.
And it's like, yo, in real life, none of this shit, and I know wrestling is you know, it's scripted, but it's supposed to suspend disbelief and all that shit. So
remember the yellow brand? The yellow brand, you do too much of this, it was on. Yeah,
and you get clapped. Every time. One of our favorite lines was, you shouldn't have been talking shit. Here, talk all the shit you want.
Talk all the shit you want on Rainbow NXT. Yellow NXT, you couldn't do it.
Yeah,
it was on.
It wasn't even yellow NXT. It was gold NXT. And it was gold because it was the gold standard. Vince must have caught on and said, this ain't the gold standard anymore. We're going to turn this shit rainbow. And he was right for turning it rainbow, because this shit ain't a gold standard no more. This shit is crap compared to what the fuck we had before. It's not like there's no redeemable qualities. There's a bunch of redeemable qualities. But this shit is like getting corny. And it's like eventually they just kind of chase everybody off. And then we go to a different segment backstage.
We got Grayson Waller in the back with Cameron Grimes. And
well, first he was trying to holler at a shorty.
Yeah, he was trying to holler at a girl. He was like, well, you know, I'm looking, whatever. How about you just go hang out for a second, and I'm going to go take a shower, and then I'll come back to you. And then the girl's like, okay, and she walks off. And then Cameron Grimes is like, hey, man, how'd you do that? I'm trying to find me some women, and you just did it easily. And then fucking Grayson Waller's like, well, that was simple. That's nothing. That's not even half my game. You want me to show you how I do it? I use these dating apps. So then he just puts Cameron Grimes on to fucking, I guess, Tinder and Bumble and
all that
or whatever. All that shit.
Plenty of Fish, I think.
Plenty of Fish.
If that shit still exists. I remember when I was a kid that existed.
Yeah, I think that's still out there. All the dating apps.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Cameron Grimes would probably do all right on a dating app just by putting former $1 million champion in his bio.
Facts. I don't know why he's stressing so much. He's fucking himself up. Yeah.
So I guess Grayson Waller gonna show this man how to use Tinder, and there you go. But now it's time for the main event. North American Championship on the line for the first time since he's won it. Isaiah Swerve Scott defends against Santos Escobar. Santos, like I said earlier, I'm going to leave these men in the back. We're going to go one-on-one. And that's what he does. He comes out with the squad, tells them, hey, go to the back, I got this. As soon as they leave, fucking Swerve attacks him on the ramp. And it's on, it's beef. They get in the ring, the bell rings, and then Santos backs out. Swerve just fucking goes right after him with a spaceman plancha. And then Santos cuts him off eventually. Fucking, he hits this tope damn near King Cuerno tope.
Clean.
He dived into him missile style, and fucking Swerve just flew behind the announce table. That shit was awesome.
Beautiful.
But we go in the picture off that. We come out of it. They're trading center ring. Swerve, he switches Santos around, blasts him with a lariat, and then he springs out of the corner, but Santos hits a flatliner for a near fall. And they go up top. He hits a Hurricane Rana, and then follows it up with the frog splash. That gets a near fall. So then he heads up top. Swerve crouches him, hits a DVD on the apron, goes for the 450, but Santos blocks it and then rolls him up. That gets a 2 count. At that point, Legado runs down to the ring. And then, of all people, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams pull up. And they stop Legado. They pull them down. And that leaves it back to one-on-one. And Swerve hits the JML driver and gets the 1, 2, and 3.
Now, you know how this shit was, how I thought this shit was going to go?
How?
I thought they was going to do their best to try to save Swerve. These guys were going to get, basically cheated. And then what happens is, Santos eventually wins, and then they go on to have a feud later on.
Oh, Mello.
Because that way it would be like, that way it's setting them up so that way they become like the new hit row.
I could have seen that, and you know, I kind of had something along those lines in my thoughts when I saw Mello was out there. I was like, what? That's probably gonna do something like that. But then Swerve won, and I immediately realized where this is going.
Yep, because then they got in the ring, they started celebrating with Swerve, and for some weird reason, Homeboy still had the contract on him.
Now, I don't know when this became a Money in the Bank contract, but I guess it is now.
Now, remember, it said that he gets to challenge for any title when he wants. After he wins that breakout tournament.
I guess. But I mean, I remember like the other breakout tournaments, it was just you call your shot and then you get a sanctioned match on the show, like ahead of time.
But they did this shit gangster.
Yeah, they did that. That's why I said I don't know when this became a Money in the Bank, but it is now.
But that's how the hood go. You know, you make it gangster.
That's how the hood go. So yeah, that's what it is. He cashes it in, hands the contract to the ref, and here we go. It's Carmelo Hayes versus Isaiah Swerve Scott for the North American title. He hits that springboard elbow, but Swerve is able to kick out, backs into the corner, but Melo crushes him with a pump kick, and then it's the top rope axe handle kick, and that gets the 1, 2, and 3. Carmelo Hayes, your new North American champion. Stays on the show, so I'm good with that.
Now, here's what's dumb. If you want to take a title off somebody, wouldn't you take the guy who's taken most of the beating, which in this match was fucking Santos? Wouldn't that be the guy you want to win? The guy who's already beat the fuck up? So why didn't he just fucking let Santos get the dub, beat the shit out of A and B, and then go in there and win the match?
I mean, I guess the idea is Hit Row is indisposed. We know this because they were kidnapped. But they make it seem as if they're on Swerve's side. They help him get rid of Legado so that his guard is taken down when they betray him. And
so that Swerve gets Swerve?
Yeah, Swerve gets Swerve. I guess that was how they plotted that out. So, I mean, I guess.
Anyway. I wouldn't have done it that way. I mean, watching this match and seeing how the match went 95% of the match, Santos was taking the L. You feel me? So I would have helped out Santos in that. But he already had help. I would have just let everything just work perfectly. Then come out, beat the shit out of A and B, and then fucking challenge for the belt. Or if not, I would have done some bullshit where I would have distracted A and B and had them have to go back, like find where the fuck, Hit Row is, release them and be like, hey. So that when he wins the belt, I don't know, I would have made it more fun. I would have had something that would have been a little bit more sense making. I don't know. Anyways, with that being said, why was Swerve Hazel the entire time? Holding the damn belt hostage for months. And then finally when he defended it twice. It's like just have him defend that, but I guess Triple H didn't have any clue that Vince was going to pick him up right away.
I guess, but even still, like, it was months, and Swerve never defended it. And, like, yeah, maybe you're right. I guess they had more plans for it, but, like, I don't know. It's still weird to me that whole thing went on, and then Swerve just... Because, like, Swerve was on TV. Like I said, Swerve was on TV almost every week, and... To my knowledge, he wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why they never had him really wrestle this whole time.
That's very strange. You know what it is, though? They were actually building up and building up and building up to this next match.
They were, like, that's why I said, like, they were building Swerve and Santos this whole time. Like, this, if Swerve don't get called up, this probably happens on, like, a takeover or whatever.
Yeah, and that would have been finally some good payoff.
Yeah, but, like, I guess that's why I said, even after all this time, it still feels rushed that they have to do this match now. Because it's probably not even when they would want to do it.
Yeah, which is why what I said also, stands, which is, they probably only had him not defend the title because of that situation. So yeah,
that's great. And as far as NXT 2.0, that's the show.
Well, first you got to give him... It's time for the Rambletics.
It is time for the Rambletics.
It's time for the Rambletics. It's time for the Rambletics.
We always start the Rambletics with the nails and the fails. So let's talk about these nails.
Well, you have to. I don't have to say it anymore. You have to think
it. First nail is the main event. I thought Swerve and Santos was a very, very good match. Kind of makes you wish they did this more often with Swerve, right? Had him in there wrestling. He's very good at that.
Yep.
But another nail, Tony D'Angelo. Come on.
Gabagool.
Got rid of this moron over here. Trying to stop me from being on this here talk show. Gotta be kidding me.
It's my room.
It's my room.
You know what I'm saying? It's just moron,
Joe Gacy and Tommaso Ciampa was also a good match to open the show. And I enjoyed Chase University. They shouldn't make it too samey from here on out, yes, but I still did laugh this week, so I'll take that. That was pretty much it. The main event, Tony D'Angelo, Gacy and Ciampa, and Andre Chase.
I'm gonna hit you with a few of my nails right quick. Yeah. One of my nails. Fucking Von Wagner actually getting his balls together and fucking
Von Wagner was good.
Yes. And another one was fucking Braun Breaker existing.
He's like auto nail at this point.
Yep. Also fucking Cameron Grimes is being Cameron Grimes.
The man.
And also the fact that our boy Dex is back.
Yeah, Dexter Loomis is back. He's a married man. He's looking happy out there. You love to see it. His Halloween, his holiday is coming up.
Yep. That's another thing that I was going to give a nail to. All this Halloween Havoc stuff. I love it. I love everything Halloween Havoc, and I hope that it ends up being a very fun takeover. Yeah,
I'm ready for that. Now let's talk about some fails.
No, you got it. Thank you, Super Kami Guru, for doing this for us.
The pacing on this show, man, is out of control, and it needs to calm the hell down. With every passing week, I feel more convinced that part of it is that the show is still 2 hours, and it shouldn't be. And I definitely feel, as the weeks go by, that the show should not be 2 hours. No. But there's also just decisions with pacing that you wouldn't even make it a 1 hour show. Just that whole situation where they barreled segment after segment after segment with those weird ass overlaps in the first 20 minutes. Promo, and then other group comes out while the first person is out there still doing their thing. And that shit is all weird. And I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish here.
Yep.
Another fail. For every Tony D'Angelo or Braun Breaker, you got these other throw it at the wall type gimmicks like a Duke Hudson that when you juxtapose them against each other, they get exposed.
Yeah.
And I've been saying, I don't think they know what Toxic Attraction is supposed to be as a group.
Nope.
Aside from 3 really hot women.
They should be the beautiful people, but no.
Even that. That as a goal would make sense for them. We want to fucking cut girls' hair or whatever. Anything. But not just them coming out twice per show. Mandy being yeah, I'm the fucking hottest woman you've ever seen, and we're going to win belts. If this is supposed to be this big character-based show, I'm not understanding what the characters are here.
Yeah, they got rid of all the people who were actually characters, or got rid of the character from a lot of the people that they had coming out here, and then just totally, completely made them corny. And it's damn, I feel like telling Vince, look, I feel like you haven't been in the real world for a long time, and you need certain decisions to be made by people who live in the real world. And the fact that you just keep trying to drag people into these crazy, weird, nonsensical, corny ass stories, you gotta give these people purpose. You feel me? If not, then they're gonna feel stale as fuck. And then the people are gonna get turned off, and then people are just gonna change the channel. And that's just what's going to happen.
As far as overall goes, the show isn't bad. I still mostly am fine watching it. But I will say my urgency to watch it is definitely falling by the week by week. As the weeks pass, I don't feel the urgency I felt weeks back, months back to watch NXT on a Tuesday night.
I feel about NXT now the way I kind of, feel about Dark, where it's I can watch that. That's a quick few, 2 hours of, or about an hour or two around there of wrestling where I can just, indulge for a little bit. But it's NXT used to be comparable to AEW.
Yeah.
You feel me? I could watch AEW and watch NXT, Dynamite and NXT and be fine. You feel me? And be like, oh, that's this is my shit. I wanted to watch these shows. I wanted to know every week what's going to happen next week. What's going to happen next week? What's going to happen next week? Now I feel about it the way I feel about Dark, which is well, if I got the time, I'll just watch it right quick and it'll be fun and, in and out. The only problem is you got a 2 hour show, like you said, and it should be a 1 hour show so that at least it'll feel similar to what Dark feels like, where it's very digestible, in and out, and I'm done. Instead, you're giving me 2 hours of Dark, and I'm over here I don't really want that.
Yeah.
If I wanted, to watch 2 hours of wrestling, I'd go watch Dynamite. You feel me? or I'll go watch Impact whenever Impact has their 2-hour shows. But it's like, nah, bro, I'm not with it for all of this extra shit. If you're not going to give me something that I'm like craving every week, and every week I'm like, oh my God, I need to see what happens next. I don't care enough anymore because you haven't given me anything to really care about that much anymore. And it's starting to get to the point where title belts don't mean much again, and you're turning this into the main roster, which I understand you're preparing these people for the main roster, but it's just fucking corny, bro. I don't like it.
Maybe they would have benefited from, like, I don't know, actually taking some time off or some shit before they did this reboot. Because, like, I keep saying it every week. It just feels like there's certain people that they had ideas and they knew what the hell they wanted to do with, and there's certain people that it just feels like they're winging it with. And as well, look, all on the same show, it comes off clunky.
You can say that. But then at the same time, the person they have the most interest in, Von Wagner, they didn't do something right until now.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not about, this is the way Vince books. And this feels like Vince booking, which is why it's like, I don't like this shit. I really don't. I really fucking don't. I don't like the way they're doing shit right now. And it's why I brought back the Rambolytics, because I'm like, this shit ain't right. For AEW, I brought back the Rambolytics a little bit just because I wanted to see, how, we gauged the night's show a little bit. Like, we give it the overall rating and shit. Here, it's like, nah, we need the full gimmick. We need to tell these people what we thought was redeemable and what was fucking garbage. And right now, 95% of your character work is fucking garbage. And your camera work, fuking garbage.
Oh, yeah. We gotta...
That's my fail.
That Kevin Dunne shit gotta go. Get it the fuck out of here. I don't ever want to see fucking 20 camera cuts when someone is being lifted again. Fuck that.
Nah.
But
where you need the camera cut is that one situation where, all right, he needs to get in position so you can get the nice shot at the end. Show the fucking faces of the people who are in the ring and not the guy rolling over, crawling over to land on the other. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Doesn't make any fucking sense what you guys are doing over there. You're not creating movies.
Hopefully I keep saying week by week, hopefully we don't get to bad point X, but we trending somewhat toward this. Hopefully we slow down, I guess. But yeah, that's the show. That's NXT 2.0.
Yep. And that it was. It was alright.
It was alright.
All that other stuff that we threw in there that we talked about, that was whack. But the matches are always decent. They're always good. The guys and girls in the ring are badass, and they seem to be knowing what they're doing in the ring. It's just once they get on the mic and once you have them start doing all this other shit, that it doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. No. No. Well, Tev, you got to let these people out there know where to find us, man.
Indeed. Yeah. You already know where to find us. Find us on Instagram at Ramblemania Show and at Banter Club Podcast. Find us on Twitter at Ramblemania, Facebook.com/Ramblemania Show. Also find our group there, Ramblemania Show's Banter Club, where we and all the other wrestlers and podcasters and everybody we associate with post all our goings on and all that is going down. As far as the audio goes, we're everywhere audio is found. That is Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor, TuneIn, Overcast. Everywhere your podcasts are found, just search Ramblemania Show or Banter Club. And as for the visuals, right here on YouTube, search Ramblemania Show or Banter Club. When you get here, like the videos, click subscribe, and click the bell so that when the new content drops, it goes straight to you. And as for me personally, find me on Instagram at TJ the Great 1. That's TJ the GR, the number 8, the number 1. And find me on Twitter at TJ the Great. That's TJ the GR, the number 8. It's as simple as that.
TJ the Great Kid. You can find me on Instagram at the number 6, the letter X, the letter L. That is at 6XL. You can find me on Twitter at SIIXX. Ain't I great? That is at SIIXX. You already. Guys, if you're watching this post, which you will, because it's gonna be post all the live stuff that we're doing this weekend, go back and watch that. It'll probably be tons of fun. Me and Tevin will probably be talking hella shit. and enjoying all the madness going on these shows, because it's going to be insane this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. Go check that shit out. You know, and with that being said, Tev, I would like to leave these people out here in the tube of the U, and to all the people listening to platforms all around the world. You know, that's like Tevin said earlier, we're on everything.
We all over the place.
So, you know, to all those people, we want to leave all our, you know, BT aliens, our Banter Club loyalists, BC aliens, yeah, Banter Club loyalists, with a little something called the Too Sweet.
Too sweet.
And a good fight.
And a good night.
Blagger, 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 blagger. Hazel, just take your ass whooping like a man. Oh, Lord.